Hi, I'm Di. I'm sure that when I show you what I've received in the mail today, that you're going to be just as excited as I am. I am going to be so excited to use it, but let's have a look and you can watch me as I unpack it. So here's the package. There you can see the size of it against my hand. You've got no idea what's in there. You could never even guess. Let's open it and have a look. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look at what's inside here. Oh, it's one of those packages where I can't work out how to open it. And what do we have here? It's a dumpling maker. Now, I bought it specifically to make Maltese ravioli, which is larger than the Italian ravioli. But let's open it up and have a look. Oh, that was surprising. Like a bit of a jack in the box. That just released that. That's what it was. So you put your whatever it is that you're using. You can have a wonton wrapper, or you can have your pasta for the ravioli that you've made. You put it in here, a nice circle. Then you push the button. As it goes down, it presses them together and drops them below. So here it is from another angle. We've got the top where you put your pastry or whatever you're using in there, and then you push the button, it brings it together, seals it and drops it at the bottom. It's as easy as that. Then to make it compact for packing it away and storing it, you push that down. There's a button on the bottom, and that locks it in place with that down, so it makes it a little bit more compact. So in one of my previous videos, just done recently, I made ricotta cheese. Now I'm going to show you what I am going to make with ricotta cheese. I'm going to make Maltese ravioli. It is larger than the Italian ravioli, and I'm going to do a ricotta filling for it. So first of all, let's have a look at the ingredients that we're going to be using for the ravioli. We need flour, plain flour, 1 egg, salt, and some olive oil. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is to put our flour into a heap there. We're going to make a well in the centre. We're going to crack our egg into that. Now the water, there is no precise measurement for the water or the salt. It just said to use salted water. So I'm just adding some salt to that water there. Okay, it says to mix this egg into the flour. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just pulling the flour from the outside, mixing it into the egg. Now I used to make this a different way before. I didn't use an egg, and I know that there's a lot of people who don't use the egg, they just use the water and the flour. So you can do it that way if that's what you're accustomed to, or maybe if you don't have an egg. Okay, once we've done that, I'll just pull that up a little bit more. We need to add the salted water and work it into a dough. That's why there's no precise measurement. You just have to just work it until you bring it all together. just a bit more water needed there. Now I'm just going to wash my hands, and so it says to add the olive oil, and we'll go again. And then I need to knead it until it's a smooth dough. Now this is the first time I've made it like this. I normally just do it in a bowl, and as I said, I don't normally add an egg, but I'm using a recipe from a Maltese cookbook, and I will, when I've got my hands clean, I'll have a look and I'll tell you the name of the cookbook. It's a very old cookbook. It was published in 1967, so I would doubt that it would be available now, but that's the recipe I'm going to put in the comments, the one that's in the book. Right, that's a nice smooth dough now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that in a bowl. I'm going to cover it with some Glad wrap or some plastic wrap so that it doesn't dry out, and I'm going to let that rest for 15 minutes. Right, while we're waiting for the pastry to rest, we'll make the filling for the ravioli. So I've got a bowl here, and in that bowl I'm going to be adding my ingredients, which is some chopped parsley, 2 eggs, my ricotta cheese, and then salt and pepper. So let's do that. Okay, there's the cheese. The chopped parsley, 2 eggs, I've got some shell in there. Right, some salt, some pepper. So just with a fork, we're just going to mix that all together. Just mix that until it's all mixed through, nice and evenly, and it's nice and smooth to work with. And there we have it. Okay, I've got my pastry and I'm just going to cut that into quarters. I'm going to spread some flour down. Don't need too much. Now, if you have a pasta maker, you can put this through your machine and that'll roll it out for you. But this will do the job just as well. Just need to roll it out nice and thinly. Now, I measured this against the dumpling maker. I hope it works out to be the right size. Here we go, we're just going to cut this. Actually, okay. Now we've got our dumpling maker here. We'll see how we go with this. So we're just putting our dumplings in there. I made the pastry a little too small and I put too much filling in this one, so it's stuck to it. Okay. Yeah, too much filling. That one's no good. Just clean that off a bit. Right, let's try that again. I think that the bigger one is going to be better. Now I must remember to do less filling. Beautiful. Have a look at that. So that was with a larger piece. And how did this one turn out? Yeah, just not quite big enough to get squeezed in there. So I will do these ones by hand. And just with my finger, just smear a bit of water around halfway to make them stick. And now just fold them over and press them down. Just pressing them with a fork. So I'll repeat that with the other pastry and then I'll come back and show you how much we've done. Okay, let me show you how many I made. So there's that many there, and then I've got another tray here. That's how many I made with that batch that I did. That's one batch of the pastry. Now I'm going to make up more so that I can finish, because I've still got a whole bowl full of filling. So I'm going to make up a second batch. But you don't need to see that. If you're enjoying this video and you want to make sure that you see more like it, what you need to do is to subscribe. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on any of my future videos, ding, ding, ding on that notification bell. Then every time I put a video up, you'll be notified. Okay, so they were all frozen and I've bagged them all up, and it's a couple of days later now and I'm going to actually cook these ones. So just to show you what we need to do to cook them, first of all, I've got here a pot of hot water. I'm going to put that on to boil, and I'm going to add some salt to that. So they say to cook your pasta in water as salty as seawater is. So just added some salt to that. When that comes to the boil, we'll put our ravioli in and we'll cook that. The water is now boiling, so I'm just going to add the ravioli. Now this is frozen, so it will drop that temperature straight away. Yep. There we go. We just need to bring that back up to the boil and boil it for a few minutes. I'll put a lid on that so that that happens a little bit quicker. And while that's happening there, I'll just get a saucepan and I'll start to heat the sauce. I have just put the sauce into a saucepan. I'll just put the heat on there and we'll heat that up. Now the sauce that I'm using is one that I've shown before in a previous video, and we refer to it as Maltese special sauce. That's what my family calls it, but I have heard it referred to as Maltese tomato paste sauce. So I will put the link there so that you can have a look at that recipe. That's just coming to the boil now, so I'll just remove that lid. That will prevent it from boiling over. I'll give it a stir to make sure it doesn't stick. And we'll just boil that for a few minutes. Alright, that's been boiling for a few minutes now. Our sauce is nice and hot. I did take it off, so I'll put it back on to heat a little bit more. And I'll just drain those and then we'll serve up. Okay, there we have it. We'll just top that with our sauce. And it's not complete until we put some cheese on top. So let's add our cheese. And there you have it, a delicious meal of Maltese ravioli with tomato paste sauce and cheese.